I'm so glad that we're finally connecting, and I'm really excited to have you in the mastermind group.
I'm really excited to work with you.
Great, great. I was hoping to get a little more information about why you joined and what you're hoping to get out of it.
Okay. I went to one of the classes that you offered in Brooklyn. And kind of that was the most I've studied a lot on my own. I used 7 Sage and the Bibles, kind of the reading comprehension and the logic games one. And I feel like the session that I had with the group working on it all together was the most I've learned in that short amount of time. So I felt like learning from you probably with this group would be very beneficial to my score.
That's great to hear. I'm really glad the class was so helpful for you.
It was, honestly. I'm glad you do it.
Great. Are there any particular areas that you're struggling with or anything that you feel is holding you back in your prep right now?
I'm able to, when it's untimed, do the whole thing almost correctly, like repeatedly, which I'm super proud of. But then when it's timed, I kind of just, it really loses me there. And also with reading comprehension, some of the passages I read in my free time, but I guess not on this level, because when I do the reading comprehension sections, there's certain times where I get a whole passage wrong, and that's obviously not good.
Sure, sure. Well, timing is a big part of this exam and definitely something we can talk more about. Now, in terms of just your prep overall, how much time would you say that you've invested in your studying up to this point on average per week?
On average per week, it varied because before the July exam, because I did take the July exam, I was studying. I wasn't working. I was studying. I was working part-time, but it honestly wasn't that bad. I was studying like 20 hours a week probably. The week before the test, 2 weeks before the test, it was like a full-time job. Was probably doing 40 hours a week. And then after the July exam, it's been very, like, I took a week off and then it turned into 2 weeks off, and now I'm kind of like getting back into it. So probably I'm ready to devote a lot more time. It's just getting back into it.
Sure, sure. What's your schedule like over the next few months, and when are you taking the LSAT?
So I registered for the September one, just to be safe if I do want to do early admissions. But then obviously also the November one.
Mhm.
And my schedule for the next 3 weeks is I'm still going to be working. But after that, I only have class 2 days a week for 2 hours at a time. So basically I could full-time study after that for the rest of the semester.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. That
I
will
know.
definitely help your prep.
Yeah, I know. I'm like excited to have that much free time, but I know it's going to be all devoted to LSAT studying and also my essays.
Yeah, yeah, but worry about those after the LSAT's done. The group is pretty small. I only expect to have around 4 or 5 students in the group this coming Monday.
Okay.
Although the group will grow over time. It's going to be more like community coaching where sometimes you'll be in the hot seat, other times you'll be learning from the experience of others in the group. And so even when I'm coaching someone else, I want you to still take it as if you're being coached. That way you can gain the insights that the student in the hot seat is gaining as well and apply them to your own situation. So right
Definitely.
now, again, the group is small. It will grow over time. So this is kind of a unique opportunity to get the personal coaching in the small group setting before the group size grows more.
That's awesome. I wanted to know, are you going to go based off of like what kind of LSAT questions are you going to use?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I can use any questions at all. Now,
Okay.
the question is, what questions will students be submitting?
Right.
And then also, what do you really need to be covering? Because I see a distinction between tutoring and coaching, where tutoring is I'm answering your questions. That's more of a Q&A format. With
Mhm.
coaching, I'm looking for the question behind the question because you can't see your own blind spots. So I'll ask you to submit questions prior to each coaching call, but we may not cover any of the questions you submit, but we'll use them as a jumping off point to see what you really need help with.
Like what's the question behind the question, right? Okay. I wanted to know, do you suggest that we purchase the newer exams to kind of work off of that, or?
I always suggest working off the newest exams, no doubt.
Okay.
So especially you're taking the LSAT in September, this is the final month. It's crunch time. I mean, you've got
Yeah.
what, 5, 6 weeks. So you
Yeah.
definitely want to have the newest book of 10 exams 72 through 81, as well as the individual exams 82 to 87. And I would suggest working through approximately half of those before the September LSAT, and then saving the other half for a potential retake in November. So you might do the even numbered ones now and save the odd numbered ones for later, or vice versa, but you do want to save some for later.
Okay, that's good to know. Great. So the questions that we're going to be asking you are going to be less like, oh, question number 20 on exam 82. It's going to be more like about the topic behind it, or?
Yeah, so we'll be talking more about the topics behind the questions and general studying, whatever you need.
Right. Would we be able to ask you why the answer was B and not D, something like that?
Yeah, sure. We could talk that over too. I mean, we'll definitely be using real question examples as part of our analysis. We'll just need to have the questions prepared in advance.
Got it.
If there's any that you want to send over to me, you can certainly do that. But I'm not looking to make this just question explanations. I'm looking to go deeper than that, because there are nearly 10,000 released LSAT questions, and we can use some as examples for sure. But I want to look at the bigger things that are holding you back with your prep.
Okay, definitely.
Because you can get explanations elsewhere. You know?
Yeah, you can like watch a video. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm excited. I'm probably going to take I am going to take a test tomorrow to kind of just get because I haven't studied in like a little bit like rigorously, so I want to see where my score is at right now, and then I'll have all the questions from that probably prepared for Sunday.
Perfect. Looking forward to it. Monday, right? So you'll send it.
Send them in on Sunday. Perfect. For Monday's class. Yes.
Excellent. Great, Nicole. Well, I'm really glad we connected. I'm looking forward to meeting with you Monday night. And if you needed anything at all in the meantime, please feel free to reach out.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing the video call and for all of this, honestly.
My pleasure. Of course, Nicole. If you need anything at all, just reach out.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Take care. Bye. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.